welcome back, X-Fives. Hope you had a great 2025. And maybe 2026 may be even better. More awesome than 2025.
Yeah, no pulse this year. And no more pagers, too. Please don't bring pagers back. I don't want pagers.
What about razors, though? Those are pretty cool. What if we brought those back?
The shaving or the scooting or the...
They were so thin when they flipped. It was so cool to have one at the time.
Oh, the phone.
Even Paris Hilton had one. It was like, oh, man, I want that.
I think I had one. I'm trying to remember. Yeah, maybe I did. Too long ago.
Well, I had the Envy, and that was cool because it had a fold-out keyboard. You could just flip the phone, and you had a full keyboard that you could type in text.
Oh, that is cool.
Yeah, that was sweet.
I was jealous of that a bit.
Yeah, that was pretty cool to have. One thing I want to recap before we go to episode 4 is I forgot an alternate title to episode 3. And I thought, oh man, I gotta drop this in. What do you think about this one?
All right.
Dark Angel. Past the dark meat. Get it? No, didn't land.
Do I have to comment or?
I guess dad joke just flew over your head.
That's true. I don't have the dad joke game. That's you. I'm not built for it.
Okay, so I guess let's get into episode 4, huh?
What a resounding start.
What a great transition.
Smooth.
I'm going to be honest, after watching this episode, I was a little disappointed that it was not, in fact, genetically modified food pastries that I was hoping for.
No, the references to food in this episode are actually really disappointing, which we'll get into, I guess. But
yeah,
I was lied to.
And I even showed up hungry. That's disappointing.
Oh, you were double disappointed then. Also, a lot more sass in this. So much sass in this episode.
I hope you took some notes on that, because I got a few, and I'll share when we get there.
Yeah. Oh, it was so much. Yep. Go for it.
So when this scene first started, it kind of honestly, my first impressions was like the Scooby-Doo mystery van showing up, and I really thought the whole gang was going to get out, and Scooby-Doo was going to got another mystery. That was a bad impression of Scooby, but
No, I like the first one better.
Yeah. So,
oh man.
It was confusing, to say the least. I thought it was confusing. What about you? What did you think about this opening scene?
So first of all, bandana count 1. So
okay.
That's okay. So I noticed that. That's a product of the time. 2, the homeless guy's line. I wrote it down because I'm so confused what he was. A lot of emotions he said it when he said, "Hey doll," which of course is gross. Got milk. Which, as a lactose intolerant person, that offended me. And then, because I guess he's ignored, he then says, "I had a sister that looked like you, and she died." What is he trying to accomplish here?
Yeah, that was.
Did he try flirting, and then he's like, "Man, I really need to talk to someone. I need therapy." That was the weirdest. That was the weirdest thing. I don't know what he was trying to do.
Yeah, and then okay, so she's obviously masked, doesn't want to see where she's going, but she takes off her mask, and it's the eyes only talking to her, right?
Yeah, that threw me.
Yeah, so I guess that's the only way to to meet eyes only is you got to be thrown in a van and masked up, so you don't know where you are to talk to him, I guess. Anyway.
Yeah, you're talking to a computer. You don't know where you are anyway. Any room.
Right? This was a pre-Zoom era, obviously.
Yeah, that was so. They blindfolded her, kidnapped her, took her to a room to talk to a computer, which had no identifying marks on it or anything. That just seems like they just do that for fun.
So she talks to Logan, like, "I've been looking for my father," but I don't think Logan's reaction is very supportive here. He's like, "It's been 2 years. You should let him go."
Yeah, I thought that line was interesting too, because
I'm like,
on my notes I put, Yeah, on my notes I put computer is depressed and not helpful.
Like, if any person that's been missing for 2 years, you still hold out hope, maybe, like, just get over it. That doesn't seem very emotionally supportive, to be real here.
Not discount Batman. He has no time for people who are gone more than 2 years. He just moves on. Also, he uses VHS.
Oh, yes, that was top line, wasn't it?
For discount Batman, it must be. He's really stressing the discount part of this.
As long as he was kind and rewound,
You could get charged for that. Oh, yeah. That if he's really discount Batman, he needs to save that money, so he better rewind.
So then we get a flashback about a red balloon.
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah. Nothing says incoming trauma like like floating latex.
I wish you hadn't said that. Now I'll never look at balloons the same.
It's basically
That's all I'm
a
gonna
PTSD
see now.
grenade.
Is I'm gonna just think, oh, here comes floating latex. There goes my joy with balloons.
So I think that balloon has significance later on that we'll see, but right now it's a little confusing.
I think it was the 100th balloon, right?
Oh, it could have been. Yeah.
Because the Germans sung about that. Also, did you find that again the editing of this show? Because I think we talked about last time. It was years ago. We had our last one though. My fault, but I remember. The kids are all crawling. They see the balloon.
Yes.
Every kid then stands up out of cover to stare at the kid who climbs the tree, which is very high up. The kid grabs the balloon and then just jumps down.
Yes.
So I'm left to assume that he just Mary Poppins to the ground. And then the weirdest part to me is that the emo stepdad is just staring there while they're all looking at the balloon. And I can't quite figure out what his face is doing. And then she pops the balloon, I guess.
I thought it was so funny. Maybe he had like a fart coming off.
I don't know. It could you could say anything, and that would be what he was doing. Because I could not figure out what his expression was.
Oh, goodness gracious. Okay, so the next scene, not Lee, that's you. Logan.
What did I do?
Logan's gonna do his Batman thing and try to find out about her dad. I'll be more supportive and actually dig deeper to help finding your dad, I guess. But he talks to a detective, and what did they talked about information, but what did Logan give the detective? I thought this was pretty cool. Did you notice?
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, of course. I was jealous. He gave him a Game Boy.
Yeah, it was a Game Boy Color.
Yeah, I had the Game Boy Pocket with no light and no color, so I'm still jealous.
Okay, side note. We couldn't afford a Game Boy growing up, so there was actually a knockoff Game Boy at a supermarket. It was called the Supervision.
Really?
Yeah. And it had games, but they were like knockoff games. It kind of looked like Mario, but it wasn't Mario.
Really? I gotta look that up. I never even heard of that.
Yeah. And they're collector items now. And actually, I would love to have one now because it would just throw back to can't afford a Game Boy. My first Game Boy was the Play It Loud Game Boys that had different colors, and one of them was a see-through color, and you could see inside it. I feel like it was like a Terminator relic. It was so cool.
Well, I remember having friends who had that, and I thought I was so jealous. I loved I don't know why either, but I loved seeing through and seeing all the like gears. Are there gears in a Game Boy? Wiring? What am I trying to say?
Yeah, wiring.
Sure.
And,
stuff
capacitors.
Inside. There you go. Yeah. Capacitor. Yeah, it had that in it.
Yeah, you have to open it up and lube the gear.
The problem is, if anyone listens to this, they're going to know that I don't actually know anything. This is going to ruin my reputation. But just a minute before that, I think it was a scene just before that.
Okay.
She, as a gift, gave him a grapefruit. for his.
Yes.
She said early birthday present.
Yes. Yeah.
Who gives someone a grapefruit?
Well, I guess in post-apocalyptic Seattle, grapefruits are pretty rare.
And they should stay that way. That fruit is awful. I do not like grapefruit.
No, I
that
don't
is
either.
Terrible. Terrible.
People actually have that for breakfast. Like, they must wake up and choose depression.
Well, it should fit him because he's depressed Batman, like extra depressed Batman, I guess.
Yeah.
He's like, I miss you. I want to find my father. It's been 2 years. Give it up already. Man.
Okay, I have some questions about this Game Boy because I guess this was like a big ad for Nintendo because the only thing that survived besides pagers is a Game Boy in the post. I mean, that's pretty cool, right?
Yeah, and it was in mint condition too.
That just tells you how durable a Game Boy is if it can survive a pulse bomb. But another thing is he kind of handed him, the dad, like a grenade for the son because those batteries are going to be like gold to anyone else that wants batteries. And where can they get more batteries? Like, you can only play the Game Boy for a day and that's it.
Oh, that's a good point. That's a good point.
Yeah.
That was really a mean gift then.
It kind of was.
See, this is your dad game flexing here.
It's like giving your son a Game Boy, but never giving him batteries.
Yeah, just look at it.
You can just look at the Game Boy and imagine it.
I didn't even think of that. That's a good point. That's a cruel gift. Here it is. He may be able to play it once.
But
have
would
fun.
have been really cool if Logan had a briefcase and he pulled out the power glove and was like, this is so bad. If people who watch The Wizard knows what I'm talking about. Like getting ready to play Rad Racer or something.
The power glove, that would have been more hurtful probably. Or the what was the VR thing?
Yes, the Virtual Boy.
Yes, Virtual Boy. That would have been the worst gift.
You probably give him a roll of duct tape so he can put that Virtual Boy around his head.
hold it play. And the boy would just see in red and black then his rest of his life.
He didn't even include a cartridge with the Game Boy. I mean, like, here's a Game Boy. Have fun getting games to play it. I mean, seriously, that was low-key, like, hurtful. You could have at least included Tetris. Tetris is like probably the starting game that comes with it when you buy it.
I didn't even think of that either. It's a terrible gift. That might be why the guy said no at first.
Yeah,
he was like, "Oh no."
He was like, "What can I do with that?" Seriously.
And Logan looked so sad trying to give him a gift. The guy was like, "All right, thanks. This is gonna be awful."
Okay, so then we got the Jam Pony like BMX challenge, and I thought this was pretty funny, honestly. What did you think about it?
Oh yeah, so first of all, again, the spray paint economy is always booming in these post-apocalyptic shows,
right?
Like who can afford I need to buy
spray paint
or something, yeah, because it's gonna just go off if it ever happens. And then second of all, I think I found Original Cindy.
Yeah.
My search lasted one episode.
Oh, yeah.
Because she declared herself as Original Cindy. So I was both excited and sad that my hunt was already over. But I did write down some words I haven't heard in a long time. Was up.
Yeah, was up.
I remember that. Yeah, was up. Yeah. Mad skills, which I still say that today, which I guess that makes me lame, and then I sound even more lame by saying lame. I don't know what words people use now. Cake, like that's cake. That's easy. I haven't heard that in I don't know how long. And then
okay, I got a question about cake, but go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Okay, because I wrote down some phrases here because there's a lot here. One that I wanted to bring back is "got to jet."
Got to jet. Is it got to jet or got to jet? I wanted to get this right.
Got to jet. Got to jet.
Got to jet. Okay.
And then
I'll try for
you. What you said cake, but I think this might be the same scene we're talking about, but people say bet all the time, like bet, got it. He said kick when he.
Did he say kick? I thought he said cake.
When she asked him to do a stunt, and he said kick. I'm pretty sure it was kick.
See, this is why I couldn't be a journalist. I'd misquote people all the time. I mean, like...
I'm just going to start saying kick instead of bet. It's going to be awesome.
Somebody might feel threatened. You have to be prepared for that. He may say
blaze on that scene, right? Go ahead.
Got a blaze. That one is... Oh, man, that one's special. Got to jet, kick, and then got a blaze. Man, I'm gonna start saying cake. You say kick, I'll say cake. We'll see which one cake's on first. That wasn't on purpose. Also, he crashed just jumping.
Yeah. Well,
he didn't even start the trick. He just rode up the ramp and
did his sideways, but didn't even it was just bad.
He deserved to fail.
Honestly.
Yeah.
I agree. I think Max's favorite movie is Home Alone because honestly, it looks like the Wet Bandits. He was sticking her gum in the sink and causing a flood, causing the sink to overflow the Wet Bandits.
Yeah. A lot happened there. So I watched it a few times, and again, I think this is an editing issue, but the security guard's walking down the hallway. Well, actually, hold on. Before that,
okay.
When she's sneaking into the building, up on the ledge on the second story,
Yeah.
Once again, the show cannot have her be in the darkness because it's Jessica Alba. So they have to make sure you can always see her. So she's walking with light shining directly on her, like the whole ledge is illuminated.
Yeah.
There are people 10 feet beneath her, and there's a main road running there. Like, everyone could see her. But again, because she's wearing black leather, she's invisible, I guess. And then when she's inside, the security guard's walking down the hallway. He looks to his left with his flashlight and doesn't bother looking to the right down the other hallway. And I paused it several times because by the edit, it looks like she's standing to the right in the hallway behind him where he doesn't look at all because he's a great security guard. And then it cuts to her with her back to us, standing against the door waiting for the security guard to pass.
Right.
So I can only assume that she's using the logic my cousin used when we were 7 years old, that if you can't see them, they can't see you. Because the framing of that is her back would be to him, where she can't see him either. She's leaning against the door with her back to him. So she's just guessing that he's not going to look down the hallway and that he's passed, and then she breaks into the door.
Right.
So the editing on the show is just, I don't know what they're doing.
My only thoughts on this scene was that her interaction with the cop was a little too playful, flirty playful. That wouldn't happen with the cop. What if I'm over here? It's I dated a guy like you once. While she's saying this, she's jumping on him and knocking him over with her feet or stuff. Is this? I just thought that was funny. Just the whole scene from there. It's part of her sass, I guess, but it just felt a little awkward.
My notes on that were I can't with this fight scene.
Yeah,
that's all I got. It was one of the worst things I've ever seen. So a few more things. I don't want to talk about the fight scene at all. If you want to, you can. I'll talk about things around the fight scene because that fight scene traumatized me, along with your latex that you said about balloons that I don't want to talk about. So how much milk does she have to drink to be Spider-Man? Because she climbed the walls and was hanging from the ceiling. Then the guard, when he saw the water coming out of the bathroom, radioed in a moisture situation, which is a weird way to say a water leak.
Oh yes, that moisture situation. I noticed that too.
Yeah, what a weird thing. Maybe the Raiders like he needs to sound more professional. He can't say Waterly. And then the janitor, the guard, by the way, doesn't even look in there. I guess he just sees the water and he's like, I'm not gonna even open the door. Then the janitor makes a corny joke. Don't come at me for saying that.
Okay.
But he doesn't even mention, oh, hey, by the way, this building that's supposed to be empty, somebody stuffed towels in the sink to purposefully flood the building. He doesn't say anything. He's just like, well, I mopped this up, and that's it. And so I thought that.
I mean, I can see the need of this scene, right? She's just gonna sneak in and get this archive or whatever. But I thought they could have done something a little different. Like, I don't know, just I just felt like this was just all around awkward.
Yeah, the whole thing, right?
Like B-level movie awkwardness.
It really was. And I agree that they made the scene necessary, and they were like, oh, cool, we can show her sneaking in broad daylight, and hiding in a hallway. We could show her some of her abilities, but the commentary while they were fighting was some of the worst I've ever seen. It was worse than Marvel at their worst. And then she also did a cardinal sin that actually hurt my feelings because I bought a lot of CDs back in the day. That's how I had music.
Yeah.
She pulled it out of the case and just slid it into her jacket pocket. That would have scratched the heck out of that CD. That offended me greatly. And then she jumps out after doing her cool fight scene, that I don't want to talk about. She jumped out of the 2-story building through the glass.
Oh, yes. Go ahead.
And she landed without bending her knees. And that was amazing. So how much milk do you need to drink, Dakota, to become Spider-Man and jump out of 2-story buildings without the need to cushion your fall?
Well,
tell me.
I would have to say at least 2 gallons.
That could kill me. Okay.
Yeah, and how sad for you, right?
Oh, it's out of my reach. Oh, and you can drink 2 gallons of milk. Is that what you're trying to tell me, Dakota? This is hurtful. But yeah, you remember that, right? She jumped out of the window, just landed in cool too.
Yeah,
so cool.
And her bike was waiting for her. Just
right. At the door at the entrance, because she came out of where the door would be to get into the building. She just floored it.
Is that what? Is that Batman where he can just call his Batman or Batmobile to just come get him? Is that it? I guess he is off market or Dollar Tree.
Dollar Tree Batman.
What do we call him? Off-brand.
I call discount Batman, but I like your variations on words. Last episode we had Sweaty John.
Logan had the Batmobile, or we'll call it the Bat Bike, ready for her. Honestly, that's totally playing into this. I see it. It's getting clearer now.
I also like how when she drove away towards the guard shooting at her, if you slightly, and I mean slightly, we're talking less than an inch, lean to one side or the other on a motorcycle, bullets can't hit you. And then I felt bad for the guards because after she drove past, one of the guards said, "What the heck was that?" or whatever. And the other one said, "I'm not so sure. I think it was a girl." So I think that they have never officially seen a girl in real life, or they have the same problem that our caller had last episode, and they don't know what a girl or boy is.
Maybe in the post-apocalyptic era that, it's very hard to tell. I don't know.
I feel bad for everyone. But yeah, that whole scene, it's going to haunt me. That entire thing. It was so cheesy. Like you said, it was B-movie grade quality. It was bad.
Have you ever seen King of Queens?
Yeah, a few times.
So you know how in Doug's area, where the people are eat lunch and they're just kicking up, telling jokes, whatever. But the boss is just telling them to move it or whatever. I remember Doug's boss name. But anyway, I feel like this feels a lot like King of Queens scene here. It feels like I think it's IPX that Doug works for. I'll backtrack and figure that out. But I feel like this is the shipping. Like, don't you feel like it if you've seen it, King of Queens before?
The shipping.
Like where Doug usually has breaks with his buddies and they're talking about stuff.
Oh man, yeah, no, I don't remember it that well.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
Anyway, let me know, listeners, if you feel the same. Maybe someone can agree with me.
I'm supposed to support you here, and I can't.
Here's the notes I took. That there's a note saying I'm gonna say that the boss said. Ready?
Okay.
Bip, bip, bip. Like, get back to work. Bip, bip, bip.
Oh yeah. I wrote that down too. Bip bip bip. And
I think when you say that to, I'm gonna say to my son, bip bip bip. Go clean your room. Bip bip bip.
What about cook and curry? That was a line someone said.
Oh, I didn't catch that. Okay, how would you say that? Put that into it.
They said something like, this ain't something or something. Do you think this is cook and curry? And I still don't know. Even telling you it, I just have no idea.
Okay.
The other line I got that I remember clearly, and it's easier one to understand, is they said, you lost the cheese. Meaning you lost the thing, That one's simpler than, is this cook and curry? I still don't know what that means.
Okay, well, maybe I'll have to investigate what cooking curry as a saying.
Yeah, you do that. You do that thing. You're the smart, info guy, and I'm the guy that says things no one needs to hear sometimes. That's good. Let's do that. And then...
Yeah, go ahead.
What is that guy's name? Herbal?
The boss?
No, one of the...
Oh, yeah, the Jamaican guy?
Yeah, is his name Herbal?
I think so. Let's just go with it. Let's just call him Herbal for now.
I just thought it was an interesting name.
Yeah.
That's all. Never heard that name on a person before. So.
Sketch had one job and deliver money for the mugsters that we're going to later meet. But when he did his flip, the money went down the water drain. And he lost it.
Yes.
And so the bandits what happened? You had one job. Why didn't the money get delivered? And he tried to counteroffer them hey, I can work with you for 7 years at $20 an hour kind of thing. And they're like, no, I get ulcers. I don't beat people up, but my friend beats people up. So they ended up hanging them upside down naked. That was a little weird.
Yeah, I don't understand a lot of that. First of all, we wouldn't know they were the Russian mafia by looking or listening to them. I'm glad they told us. Second of all, was he going to sell the... Well, no, he burnt the guy's clothes.
Yeah.
So what was the message here? The guy didn't have a single bruise on him.
Okay, I do remember the message because, if you don't pay us, we're going to end up like your clothes, I think it was what he was saying. I think I remember that.
They didn't even hit him once. The guy slapped him. And I guess that's how the Russian mafia does it. They'll slap fight you. But they didn't even beat him up. And then also, are there only 3 alleys that everyone rides around in all of the town?
I guess Seattle, yeah. It just went... They had it consolidated, I guess.
Yeah, because what are the odds that they ride down the alley that this happens on? And the part that threw me the most, though, and this might be just me being me, but his hat stayed on.
Right.
He's wearing a beanie. That's not going to stay on. And how long was he upside down? And I love that Jessica Alba's just sassy and just rides off. As usual. She's
what did she say, though? This is great.
I hope, I'm sure you know. You tell me. I don't remember.
Okay, it was either got a jet or got a blaze. It was one of those two, but yeah. It was the perfect outro.
I'm gonna vote for got a jet. That's my guess.
Okay. So, what do you expect 2 friends to do? Help each other out.
Well, now before that,
okay.
We had the scene where we get to watch Discount Batman make a sandwich, which I thought was necessary plot.
Yes.
And then he shows her the listening devices.
Oh, yes.
And because she knows everything, because of her training, she explains it to him, the techno garble about it. And you could see the look on his face. He's never heard a woman speak sexier in his entire life. Like, he's very excited. And then he proceeds to correct her on a small part she got wrong, and that's why he stays single. And then okay, then this part bothered me.
Okay, go ahead.
She's setting the mics on ledges on the windows, right? As she's miking the guy's place.
Yes.
Okay. In one of the scenes, the lady's combing her hair in the mirror where the window's directly behind her.
Okay.
While Max is in full frame window, just staring at her for quite a while.
Yeah.
And then she continues to do that in each window. Does nobody is part of the pulse where people lose peripheral vision? I don't understand. Nobody seems to see anything to their right or left or behind them, or it was again, and they keep framing her in perfect light. Like, they want you to know that Jessica Alba's in this show.
I do have a question on this scene, but I want to get to it later because I don't want spoilers at the moment. But I do put a bookmark. I have another question on this scene too. But yeah. So yeah, that was a little weird. I mean, it did seem pretty obvious that she was in the window, but maybe she was dressed too much in camouflage. I guess, I don't know.
Yeah, just her face was visible, and yeah, that was fine. That's I don't know. I know they have to keep her in frame and keep her lit because she's pretty, and they got Jessica Alba. But I mean, I have my limits. Come on. Okay, and you want to get to the gambling part, which, by the way, did you write down the secret knock?
Huh?
Did you write down the secret knock?
I didn't. Well, what is the secret knock? Go ahead.
Well, I know it.
Okay.
So if you want to try to get into some places with me, we can just go around town and see what happens if we do it.
Let's hear your impression of the secret knock. Let's hear it.
See if you can keep up with it, okay? All right, I'll tell you when I'm finished so you know. Knock, knock. Knock, knock. Knock, 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 knock. And now I'm finished.
Okay.
Nobody would ever figure that out. That is...
Like that?
That is impossible to solve.
Oh, man. And they could have just done. That's like everyone knows that. So, Max uses her special abilities to cheat, I guess, but not really cheat. It's not cheating if no one knows you're cheating, right?
Is that... I'm not playing games with you anymore. That is not the saying. That is not a saying. It's not cheating if no one knows you're cheating. What? That is not how that... No.
Okay.
Shame on you.
No. But so obviously they use her special abilities, and I won't explain it because she has special abilities to read cards. Yep. She's out here looking like Kevin Spacey in 21, which was a good movie if you watched it. But I did like the montage music. That was very 2000-ish. What did you think of the montage music?
Oh, yeah. No, that was great. There's a few times the music in this show I was like, that's awesome because it's a product of the time. And I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I thought it was
not even unironically. I was having a good time.
Yeah. Props to the music department on this scene because it felt good for it.
Yeah.
Okay. Was there anything else you want to talk about the gambling scene? I mean, Max with her sass about you want to play poker. I was like, I don't know. The only one I know is strip poker.
Oh man, that was an
eye roll, but
it was so
sassy. Yeah.
Yeah, I was uncomfortable with the whole scene. The part that the last deal, first of all, they suddenly let her deal and she wins.
Yeah.
They should have if they were Russian mafia, they'd immediately gotten violent right then and there. But secondly, the part that gave me hope, though, since I can't have milk like you, and you're kind of holding that over me, is when they were going to get violent with her. She said that she was homeschooled as a way to threaten them, and I was homeschooled. not completely, but mostly. So that gave me hope that you may have milk, but I was mostly homeschooled. So take that.
There you go. Take 1-1.
All right, let's keep tally here. For those listeners keeping score, I've just tied Dakota. We're at 1-1 now. He has milk, but I was mostly homeschooled. Write that down. Milk for Dakota, homeschool for Lee. Here we go.
Okay, so obviously they'd like get the money, they'd start to leave, but then they're like, "Whoa, wait up! You crossed one on us. You're not getting away that easy." Like, it was a little shady. But here's my thing. Like, obviously they beat the guys up and they're like, you ain't touching me. But
right.
Are they really upset because they're just getting the money back?
Yeah, I don't know, and they're a terrible mafia because it seems like the one bad guy forgot that the girls have legs. Because he grabbed her arm to keep her from hitting him and just stood there, legs apart, really, ready to be kicked in his gentles. And she just kicked him, and then the fight was over. He was in pain on the ground.
It sounds like you said gentles.
Yeah, that's what I call him. He got kicked in his gentles.
I like that. Very, very PC.
Thank you. So that whole thing was kind of weird. And then, like, you may know, because you actually watched this show, I think, back in the day. But the Russian mafia doesn't forget things like losing money and getting kicked in the gentles. So I hope we see more of them show up later. That'd be good.
Yeah. Okay, so we got that. I mean, Sketch ends up paying him back, so really they got their money back in the long run. So, or 2020, I guess you could say.
Yeah,
It was just weird.
It was a weird episode. It was for going from the third episode, which was my first episode, to this episode. It really felt like almost two different shows. Very different.
Before we go recap of the episode, let's go to Alita's real motives. Okay, so asking about her dad. But this is my question about that, her in the window scene. So we found out what really she lights a cigarette, gets out of a taxi, lights a cigarette. What happened?
Their dinner exploded.
Yeah, you microwave that they were cooking. But here's my thing. I think so. Logan thought they were listening devices, right? But I think they were explosives that he later was like, "Oh, I'm the reason why I killed," because I think Alita gave him. I don't know. Like, how did he get the listening devices? Because I think maybe it was supplied to him, and he later turned out to be.
I didn't even think about that part.
Like, they were doing Alita's bidding, but they didn't know it at the time. That's what I thought.
That adds a whole nother layer. That's interesting, and it'll be awesome for you and sad for the show if you came up with a much cooler idea than they had. But I that's an interesting idea.
Yeah.
She placed 4, so did she? If that's true, if your theory's true, which sounds really cool, she only detonated one of them, which would have been outside that window. Yeah, or at least it only showed one explosion because of the budget. But I thought it was showing the dangers of drinking wine near an open flame candle.
Oh, that could be.
So keep that in mind, kids. I know all kids love to drink wine and have lit candles.
Yeah.
So be safe, kids. All right. Learn that from a homeschooler. So no wine and open candles. All right.
Yep. So
I like that a lot.
Yeah. What? My take on it? Yeah. I think so. But maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong. But that's what I got from it.
No, I've decided that's canon.
That's what happened. Like, no, you're completely wrong. Fill me in. Correct me if I'm wrong, please. So
no one correct him. That's canon. I've decided. That's it. I like it better.
So Sketch pays off the mobsters, the Russian mobsters, and like, hey, I got an idea. why don't we take this full time, right?
Right. And you guys do everything, and I do nothing. Is what he's saying.
Yeah, right. Yeah. We can get rich from this. Your God-given abilities, he calls it. But
right.
Obviously, no, you're not going to use me. But then we get to figure out what cream means, right?
Yes.
What does it mean?
Cash rules everything around me.
Yes.
The M. I lost confidence when I got to the M. I couldn't remember what the M was.
So
yeah, that's disappointing.
Yeah, that's basically episode 4. What'd you think of it overall?
Again, I enjoyed it. It felt like I said, very different from episode 3 to 4. That fight scene will haunt me. You've ruined balloons for me. We didn't get Prison John Candy, which I'm sad. He's my favorite character. I found out who Original Cindy was, and that was so sudden. It'd be like if the white whale just jumped on the ship. It was just given to me. I didn't have to really try for it. But I don't know. It was fun. I'm glad I watched it. It was very interesting and odd.
Yeah, and I liked that there was 2 storylines going on, or maybe 3, but the 2 of them was Alita's storyline of looking for her father, quote unquote, but actually betraying, like, end up murdering.
Yeah, I did like that. That was a nice, and that was like, I thought, interesting writing. I mean, that's a trope that's been done a lot,
yeah.
But this was still, I thought, done well.
I thought it was done in a good, tasteful way.
Yeah, and I thought it was done good. I enjoyed that. I thought it was a good writing.
The hook is at the end, like, it obviously, eyes only still attain footage of exposing the corruption still. So that was nice.
Yes. Eyes only? Is that what?
Yeah.
Did you come up with that name, or did they say that in the show?
Yeah, this is eyes only, that interrupting the news feed for this.
Oh, I was just focused on it saying, like, video feed or whatever.
Yeah.
And
no, at the beginning it says this is eyes only. It's like...
Oh, I totally missed that part. I should not be a journalist, once again, further proof.
So, after I got a question for you. So, after watching episode 4, does the coming in on episode 3 still seem muckier? Still have more questions, or do you have some questions answered?
I kind of enjoy whatever I miss in episode 1 or 2. Because I think it's keeping me more engaged as I'm trying to figure out what's going on. I don't know how much was spoiled, so to speak, in episode 1 or 2. So this may be by design. But I like when a show doesn't explain everything. I like when a show has mystery. In fact, I shows that eventually explain mysteries can get less interesting to me. So a good example of that would be like... a good example would be Stranger Things. I think I quit watching season 3, mid-season 3. Maybe I gave up because 2 isn't really good for me either. But I loved 1 because it didn't explain everything, and I like the mystery of it. And so I think there's some fun to be had there. I don't like things explained because oftentimes the explanation can be disappointing anyway. But yeah, so I like that and I don't know if I'll ever watch episode 1 and 2. I'm kind of enjoying what I don't know and having fun trying to figure it out.
Well, let's keep it going, right?
How long does this go on?
Was
this a short thing?
Yes, it's 2 seasons.
Oh, okay.
I think there's 28 or so episodes in each season, so we got some content.
We got a ways to go.
Yeah. Especially
I may find out some things. The pace we're going, we'll be done in about 6 years.
We'll be retired. I'm just kidding. So now we're going to move to alternate titles. What do you think? Did you think better titles for the show was besides C.R.E.A.M? Do you think we could come up with better?
I forgot that this happened last time. I was so unprepared.
Did you even make any?
No. You're curious. No, I did homework. I just forgot about this part.
Okay, I was homeschooled. How about I go first, and maybe you can cook up some while I go, or we can just do me. All right.
Yeah, this is your time to shine.
All right. What do you think of Scooby-Doo meets Home Alone? No.
What's your next one?
Mystery Van and the Very Bad Heist.
Ooh, okay, that one's good. I like that one.
The Wet Bandits of Seattle.
Ooh, that one's. I love me some Wet Bandits. Okay, that one's the new winner.
Home Alone, but everyone has a pager.
That's sad. I don't want to watch that.
Kevin McAllister versus the Apocalypse.
I would watch that movie in a heartbeat if that was real. I would love that movie.
All right, do you got any, or do you just want to go with those?
I don't know how I could ever top that. So I want to go with Kevin McAllister versus the Apocalypse. That I want to watch that, really. Like, put Kevin McAllister in like Mad Max or something. That would be amazing. He would be trapping everyone with toys and stuff. It'd be fun.
Honestly, I think that would slap.
I think that would be what's one of the new words we learned?
Kick. That would kick.
Yeah, that would kick, man. That would cake. That would cake, man.
So this part of the show, we have, like, check our voicemails, see if anyone called in. But unfortunately, our answering machine is not beeping, so.
I may have insulted him.
Yeah, maybe. Or maybe, oh, man.
Should I apologize?
Danny. Where's Danny, right? Danny must be still sleeping or something. He's still on tryptophan. Maybe he'll call in our next episode. We'll get Danny. Danny,
I'm sorry.
There, we're sorry.
I'm more sorry than Dakota. He tried to be nicer to you, and I was laughing at you. And I'm really sorry, and I miss you, and you're very pretty.
Yeah.
Do you need to plug the thing again you did last time?
Yeah, we should probably plug it this time. That way we can encourage him next time. Mm-hmm. He can come up.
I won't say anything next time.
Yeah.
No matter what he says, I will be nice next time.
Yeah. But we do have the Dark Line number we can call in. So it's 913-662-3275. 913-662-3275, which, did you know what 3275 means? Did you know?
No.
If you type it in your phone, it's spelled dark. If that's the T9. If you had to spell dark, if you're texting on your phone, you'd have to do 3275. We also have email. This is thisiseyesonly@gmail.com, and you can also look us up on YouTube and Twitter.
Wait, we have a Twitter?
Oh yeah, sorry, X.
Sorry, no, I wasn't even being.
It's no longer called Twitter.
No, still call it Twitter. X is a stupid name. But, I'm just now finding out about this.
But I did get an email I'd like to share.
Oh, you did get an email?
Yes, I did.
Ooh, all right.
The subject was episode 2, Heat. I noticed something wild. Hey, Dakota and Lee, your podcast got me back into the show like after 20 years. So I'm rewatching everything to catch up. While I was watching episode 2, Heat, I noticed something you didn't mention. Max's hair is doing its own parkour. 1 second it's up, then it's down, then it's braided, then it's backlit, like shampoo commercial.
Wait, really? It does all that and like...
Keep going. Also, tell Lee he was right. Logan was absolutely trying to be Walmart Batman in the episode. I swear he whispered, "I'm vengeance on a budget." That was a bad Batman voice. I'm vengeance on a budget. Does that sound like that?
That's good. That's good.
Anyways, loving the show. You guys got me Seattle sweat. You guys make Seattle sweat look funny. And that's Marissa from Tacoma.
Oh, Tacoma. Well, hello, Marissa. Thank you for your kind words. And I'm not being nice because I have to be, or I'm afraid you'll stop emailing. It's because I want to be.
Yeah, she's not wrong about Max's hair. That thing had more costume changes than some guest stars.
I wish I would have noticed that. It braids halfway. It's braided, and that's a lot of hair ability in a short time.
Yeah, totally. So that does it for emails. Now I like to do the monthly pulse, where I go on and I search the episode on the internet to see what people said at the time. Because back then there was like blogs and bulletin board, like I don't know.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So I actually found one from. I will actually post this in my show notes so you can see it. But it's from Nodim at Doc's Reviews. And he said, C.R.E.A.M is weirdly entertaining detour from the usual Dark Angel formula. It's fun to watch Max use her abilities in new ways, especially gambling scenes, and the chemistry between Max and Cindy does a lot of heavy lifting. But Logan and Alita story doesn't quite land, and the big twist feels more shocking than earned. It's not one of those show's strongest episodes, but it's definitely memorable.
Okay, me and that person are fighting. Because the part I liked about it is the part they didn't like, and the part that I didn't like is the part they liked.
All right, I have one more review from somebody, from Melissa Hayes Gerke. And she said, this episode feels uneven because it's juggling two very different plots. One follows Alita and Logan searching for her father, and the other had Max and Cindy pulled into a dangerous gambling scheme. Some of it works really well, especially seeing Max use her enhanced skills in action combat setting, but non-combat setting, but other parts drag and don't quite connect. It's not bad, it's just scattered.
Okay, now you're gonna have to fight her, because you said you liked that it had two storylines going at the same time.
Yeah.
So I'll get the first guy. Hopefully he was quite old when he wrote the review, so it's easier for me to wrestle him.
Yeah, I think this was 2001, I believe, when these things were posted. I'm not sure.
Okay.
I'll have to look at the date, but yeah, these were back there.
So they couldn't be more opposite to what we both said.
But we still appreciate you guys' thoughts, even like 15, 20 years ago. They're still being mentioned today, so thank you.
No, I didn't like their thoughts. They disagreed with me.
So now we're going to go to episode 5. We're not going to watch it, obviously, because that's the next episode, but we're going to guess. What do you think episode 5 is going to be about?
Oh, boy. Well, the cliffhanger on this one, it didn't really end with the cliffhanger. It ended with her standing on, I guess, something similar to the Space Needle. Or maybe it's supposed to be the Space Needle. And she's looking out over the city, precariously on the edge. Very Batman-esque of her.
Yeah. Maybe it would be more helpful if I told you what the name of the episode was about, or the name of the episode, so you can. Would that help?
Okay. Right. No, but we can try. Tell me.
All right. The name of episode 5 is 411 on the DL. 411 on the DL. What do you think that's about?
On the DL. Oh my goodness, I have not heard that in a long time. Or 411, but on the DL makes me laugh.
Oh my goodness.
411. Okay. That. Oh man.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm here.
Okay, so here's what I think. Wait, hold on. I missed it. Based on how C.R.E.A.M ends, I feel like we're gonna see like the consequences of all this money and manipulation. Like we're gonna see more of Alita, maybe. That's what I think.
Her ending was kind of odd. She lost most of her money, and she was just staring at the back of Sassy Mac, so she walked away. So I did feel like that could have meant we're not done with that character.
Maybe, yeah.
And then Logan, right? Is that his name?
Yes,
whatever.
Logan.
Discount Batman.
Discount Batman.
It was kind of a weird turn for him because he got mad at the guy for having a life, and then he helped the guy get exploded with his exploding dinner, and then he kind of had a moment to where I think he had some self-reflection.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll see him change up his tactics a bit. I don't know. Maybe he actually does become Batman by the end of the show. That'd be cool.
Yeah. We'll see, I guess, right?
We will see. And our next episode is in 6 months from now.
Yeah, that's going to do it for this episode of Dark Angel Pod. Thanks for hanging out with us while we dug into episode 4, C.R.E.A.M, the Scooby-Doo Home Alone Casino Heist episode we didn't know we needed.
Yes, and look forward to McAllister versus the Apocalypse, hopefully soon. But if you enjoyed this one, send your thoughts or questions or anything I said wrong to the things Dakota said. He doesn't like me to repeat them because I say them wrong. So just rewind them and listen to him say them again.
Avoid mystery bands.
Yes.
And remember, cash rules everything around you. Because that's all we want to take away.
That's the only takeaway. That's the lesson learned.
See you next time.
Whatever, that's good enough.
Work on that. We're so bad at that. Bye.
We'll get it next.
Maybe I should pick a birthday, just to have something to celebrate. And how about April Fool's Day? Well, maybe not. My life's enough of a joke. Yesterday. Yeah. Born yesterday. And the best part is I have a whole year not to think about it.